It is October 29th, 1893, and I think it is self-evident to say that, as a whole, the Chicago World's Fair is one of the most influential events to happen in history. Its grandeur, magnificent size, and the captivating experience it gives anyone attended will be a substantial occurrence featured in the minds of said fairgoers for as long as they may breathe.
Both life-altering new inventions and eye-opening revelations that vary into newly opened minds from being exposed to other countries and even America's own states will reside in hearts for centuries to come. The thriving street of Cairo, as well as the Kansas building, will both be remembered for the sense of freedom it brought to those who are blessed with either both experiences. The genuine outcome and products displayed that both the country and the single state are outstanding to witness. Many things in the future should be directly influenced by either. Not that this extraordinary experience was predicted before I was able to set foot on the grounds.
Once it was internationally announced that the World's Columbian Exposition was to be held here, in Chicago, Illinois of America, countries, colonies, and tribes from the furthest reaches of the world, as well as America's own states, began seeking out their own corner of the fair. The desire to be recognized, if not respected, reached all the way to Cairo, Egypt.
In December of 1890, a man named Georges Pangelo set out immediately to plan and orchestrate an outstanding imitation of his own city. Believing it to be architecturally as well as socially exceptional, he expected to find success by the closing of the fair meant to be held only 2 years from then, or tomorrow.
His first instinct was to secure the support of the single contact, Egypt's own chief architect, to an organization responsible for the preservation of the Arab Islamic monuments in Egypt. His name is Max Hurst. While he is indispensable professional in his own expertise, his position in the government gives the verifiable promise to Pangelo's dream. Edward Modesick, an Australian architect, was employed to help Hurst in planning the layout for their exhibit.
Meanwhile, on April 23rd and 24th, 1891, a delegate convention named the State Board of Agriculture met to plan for the World's Columbian Exposition. 9 members were elected to create this board on September 16, 1891. They were called the Board of Managers, Kansas Exhibit, World's Columbian Expedition Corporation.
They carried out plans for the fair until March this year, 2 months before the fair was to begin, when they were taken over by a new board created by the legislature. This new board is called the Board of World's Fair Managers.
Cairo gathered all of its important components to add to the fair, such as mashrabiyas, or closed balconies made of latticework of turned wood. All in all, the street of Cairo contains 26 buildings, including the temple, 2 obelisks, an oriental theater, a mosque or Muslim church, and many citizens who inhabit the upper floors of their own shops or restaurants. Festivals are always going on here, ranging from choreographed maulids or traditional celebrations of the Prophet's birthday and the festivals of Muslim saints to weddings. Its shops sell food, antiques, valuables, and products made from Egypt's own people. Children race around, donkeys and camels are its transportation, as well as our entertainment. Music flows out of the Oriental Theater while you stroll through jostling crowds and observe women of sunny Egypt hanging from the traditional balconies to Caroline architecture styles.
Cairo's journey was across countries, with all the materials and resources genuine to their Egyptian nature, imported directly from Cairo, along with Egyptian cotton and sugar to reduce charter costs. Although it took fewer resources in comparison, Kansas's building consisted of varieties of architectural products, salt, Peabody Station silk, livestock, minerals, timber, and many more components of Kansas's interests.
The Kansas State Building is located near 57th Street. The main entrance is on State Avenue. There are black and gold letters that read Kansas over the entrance, and below that is Welcome to all states and nations, made out of different varieties of corn. It has an elliptical shaped dome with a flagstaff on top. In front of the building is a mammoth piece of rock salt from Lyons, weighing 5,000 pounds. There are broad stairways leading to galleries overlooking the exhibits.
On either side of the vestibule, as we enter the Kansas building, there are sheaves of wheat, corn, and other products of the year. There are visitors on official business who are ushered into the private offices of the Board of Managers. To the right of the arched doorway leading into the main or ground floor exhibit is the stairway leading to the gentleman's parlor, the reading room, and the educational exhibit. The stairway to the left led directly into the ladies' parlor, the historical room, and the women's arts room. On either side of the door and the hall are large pictures. One is of the Kansas stockyards in Kansas City. The other is of the Armor Packing Company works.
Pausing for a moment under the arch, you behold a unique Liberty Bell, made out of not metal, of soft grasses, golden grain, lined with the downy tufts of milkweed in various colors. The clapper is a golden ear of corn, 15 inches in length. We believe that this is the start of increasing the yield and taste of our produce from the Midwest. There is a mural made out of corn, wheat, and other grains.
There is a fountain. It is a perfect representation of an ear of corn, half stripped of its husk, and carved from magnesian limestone. Flanking this on the side entrances is a gigantic pyramid of coal from the state mines of Lansing. We brought signs advocating political justice for women citizens, that they are officially allowed more rights than they had before. We believe that your mothers, wives, and daughters are better than the savages of the West and the mentally ill. Kansas's culture is changing to be more free, willing, allowing, and educating, or equating between the social boundaries between men and women.
Cairo Street is the ideal extraction of its respective city, where busy festivals come in an unexpected form of relaxation. Cairo has a multitude of ideas and complex culture in its societal thinking. It has formed from years of influence from other advanced nations. The sense of freedom to celebrate, to live in the moment of our times, is carried out through both eras. Kansas ignited a fire of accomplishment in the hearts of women, now in reach of rights deserved since man first had them. One may be but a city from a faraway country, the other a whole state of our very own, but I believe that both represent fundamental ideas and beliefs that are often forgotten. The fair that is closing tomorrow is a fair that has merged not just a long-established tradition, but also old ways of living, thinking, and of believing. Cairo, Egypt is an ancient majesty with a culture of pleasure and entertainment. Kansas, a new beginning in agriculture, industrial techniques, and advanced thinking.